Denise at Something Beautiful Handcrafts, and I was just starting to organize some of the fabrics for the doll clothes. And I was in the middle of a project too, kind of taking rest in between, a lot of hand sewing. And Kittredge arrived. And so I got this kit on eBay, and she was very reasonably priced because she had quite a whack job done to her head. And this wig is actually shedding quite a bit. She did come with her original sweater shirt, but not the cardigan that goes with it. She came with her skirt, but her legs are really loose. So I'm going to take her apart and tighten these limbs. Then we're going to see what we can do about getting this girl a new wig. So I'm going to get started with first undressing her. I will thoroughly wash these clothes. Get that snapped. And I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, so basically what you do is you loosen this knot, take all the stuffing out until you can see the caps that hold the strings in place. You could try pulling those, tightening them if possible. If the elastic is too stretched, then you can actually, I saw a technique where they put a hairband, elastic band, around that knot in that cap that holds it tight. And that will put her back in place. All in all, other than that, she looks like a very clean doll. Usual wear and tear, nothing terrible. A few marks here and there, that's not going to be a problem. And then I'm going to get her dressed in a nice chemise. Get her started on her new journey. Now, the wig I do have in mind for is really going to be a curly long wig. It's not really a kit wig, though I am going to replace a kit wig too. But once I pull this wig off, I'm not going to glue the new one down. That way I can just swap wigs. That's what kit's going to be for. Addie will not change. I don't know if I'll ever dress Addie. She's my new doll. But the kit I will use. The Addie I have now is a Beforever doll. So she's a Mattel doll. And I can tell clearly just by feeling her limbs, the difference between her and the Addie. Addie just seems a little slimmer than this Mattel doll does. All right, gonna go ahead and take her apart. So I know it seems like I'm doing this terrible thing. I'm taking this poor doll apart, but it's either take the doll apart or have it kind of unsightly with these gangly limbs, and it'll be okay. If you really want to wig out, wait till I take her wig off and replace it. It's going to be pretty hard for me to find a kit replacement wig because she is such an older doll. And when you send your dolls off to the American Girl Hospital, they just replace the whole head. But see, I don't want her head replaced. So the only way for me to get a replacement wig is to get a wig and cut it myself or get another wig. So, you know what? The wig just has to come off. It's almost unbelievable how much stuffing was in this doll. Once I got it all out, I was able to see that the elastic on the limbs was in really good condition. Looked pretty pristine for the age of this doll, except that the caps on the end of the elastic had slid pretty far from the cups. So I did try to tighten them because, I have the jewelry clamps that you clamp the ends of bracelets and necklaces together, but it was so tight. And I can imagine that this poor doll has probably been doing the splits in order to even get those caps that far apart. Instead, I watched a few videos and there were people who were using rubber band elastic or hair ties. And I don't really have hair ties because they're not really good for my Afro texture hair. And eventually, they don't make them like they used to. So I know when I do use them, they go one or two times and then, they don't last very long. Not like I'm going to be, dancing with this doll. At any rate, Another video showed the use of zip ties, which to me seemed more secure. So I popped a few zip ties on the one leg. The other leg just needed one zip tie. And I decided to go ahead and tighten the arms. And I actually used a zip tie on one and ribbon on the other, just because I wanted to see how those knots would hold for the ribbon. Just seemed kind of cool. So she seems to be standing just fine. And I managed to get all that stuffing back in that little body and her head reattached. So I think it looks good for now. I'm looking forward to the new wigs arriving. And what I'm just going to do is scalp her, and I will put on new wigs on this doll and make them interchangeable. And at some point, hopefully, I'll find an actual Kittredge wig, or maybe I'll actually cut a new wig and restore her to her original look. But in the meantime, she's going to be my show doll, so this will work. Thanks for watching. I will make another video when the wigs arrive. Have a great day. Here I am again at the sewing table, which is a hot mess because I was just about to start sewing, or cutting fabric for sewing, and I decided that I needed to finish off the kit video. The beginning of the kit video was made probably about 3 weeks ago. Kit arrived to me not long after the Beforever Addy. And what I had planned for Kit is to be my dress-up doll. She was going to be the one that I actually put clothing on, because I had bought Beforever Addy and she was just for show, for collectors. So when I knew Kit was going to be like this, of course. I think I said that at the beginning. But when I really thought about how bad it was, I had some options. If you've never seen an American Girl with a wig off, this is what it looks like. When it says it's a wig, it really is a wig. I have the option of sending her in to get a new wig. And what really happens is they give you a whole new head. And so she would look different. Or at least I'm under the impression that this is an earlier version of Kittredge, and it's possible that she would look different. So didn't really want that. I didn't want to try to cut this shape. I'm not exactly really good at that. And I didn't want to buy another dog to take a wig off of her, because that's kind of silly. And I do have an option of buying a wig that is not Pleasant Company or American Girl, but I haven't yet to see one that is exactly like this. I've seen the Millie on Etsy, and it's a blunt or cut. Though I suppose I can always have this custom cut, which is what I'm looking into, because I would like her to have her original hairstyle. So I might send this to one of the ladies on Etsy that does custom wigs and have her remake this exact cut for me. I could also just try to do it myself, go down to the hair supply store, get a color that matches, and try to put the plugs in to here to fix those areas. It's not really in my skill set, but it's not an impossible thing. If it was just down here where the hair tracks are, I would just sew new wefts, but it's actually up here in the rooted area. So I would have to pull these out and then plug them again. That's where it gets complicated. For me, anyway. So there are my options. In the meantime, because her wig is damaged and she is not one of the early historical dolls that's in my normal timeline, the 30s is usually a little ways out of my timeline, I wasn't too concerned with preserving her original look. So as the demo doll, she could look however I wanted her to look. So I ordered 3 wigs from Factory Craft Direct. I always hope I get that right. And these are Talina's wigs, and my understanding is that Talina is no longer selling wigs, so Factory Craft Direct took the supply of Talina's wigs. So this is a finite supply. I have 3 different ones. They were each under $10. which is why I got so many of them. Okay, now this is a light blonde. It says that it's size 11. The other ones say size 11, but this one fits. It doesn't fit. So I had to stretch it to get it on, which is why she's wearing it right now, because it was easier for me to do that than trying to struggle with it on or off camera. So let me show you what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's lighter than Kit's natural shade, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous wig. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one off. And you're going to get to see how this looks. When I first did this, I was like, oh my goodness, I felt so nervous about pulling it off. I had seen all the YouTube videos where they pulled them off, and I was kind of nervous about it, but it's actually fine. I've taken Addie's wig off, sewn it, put it back on. In Kit's case, because she's going to be my demo girl, I'm not gluing any wigs back on. Okay. This is a really cute up style. And a lot of the time periods where I'm making clothes call for updos. I'm going to pop this on and just try to ignore Kit's rooted hairs. Oh, that's kind of crooked, but it's still cute. Okay, so this is what this looks like, a little on the crooked side, but that is absolutely adorable. Her little curl on the side. This would be really cute for Regency. Actually, it'd be cute for lots of eras. Okay. And I can actually take this down. Okay. It's just pinned up there and ponytailed up there, so it can fall down if I wanted it to. So it's not stuck in that particular style. It's just styled in that style. And that's how I store them. Put them back in here. I don't know what happened to this one's band. It's over there somewhere. And this is the star of the show. It said strawberry blonde, but it looks to me, it almost looks like Felicity's hair. Love this thing. Just love this little wig. Okay, now this one, oh, her little blondes are peeking through. This one is styled with this little crown thing at the top, which I really cannot get rid of. But I just kind of spread it out. And that is absolutely adorable. Okay, so that's how it works for Kit. No matter what I do in the near future or late future, I cannot get rid of Kit's wig. I don't want to make that mistake. If Kit has an issue that I can't fix, which is not likely, I guess if one of her eyes goes bad, I might not want to pop them out myself, but it's not like it's a really hard thing to do. If something goes wrong, I need to have her original body parts, her original head, to send her to the doll hospital. American Girl will not accept a doll that has been customized. So whatever I do to her or any of the dolls, if I re-wig the Samantha with the cut hair, I'm going to pack away the original wig so that when I send her in, she will have her original American Girl parts. So if you're customizing your American Girl and you think at some point ever in the future you might need the services of the doll hospital, you really have to keep that in mind. There was a collector I was just watching on YouTube who was saying that she had her Samantha doll re-wigged, but she was told she had one doll re-wigged, but the other doll was in great condition. So when she sent it in to American Girl, they remarked about the condition of her hair. You know what? This probably goes with that one. and that it was in such good condition. They were curious as to whether it was really her original hair, and they were saying that they do not accept customized dolls to fix. So if she had different hair than what she's supposed to, they would not have fixed the silver eye for free. So as the majority of my dolls are Pleasant Company dolls, and with the decal eyes that are prone to silver eye, I don't want to say prone to, but that defect could show up. I don't want to do anything to them that will keep me from being able to send them in and have that fixed. Nothing terribly permanent that I can't undo, so I can put the doll in the box and send it to the American Girl Hospital. Okay, that is it for Kittredge and her transformation. She'll be in an upcoming video on her 1700s outfit. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.